just go guns blazing as we will start off here with the Bomb Squad best of trees. So basically, the first 4 rounds should be able to take the very first pointer out there, and it may just go on a reversal. Now that we're on the containers of Shipyard, they're trying to take control of mid. But we'll see which side would they really want to go for. Right now, they're pretty much stuck over in the corners here, and nobody's going to be releasing any bullets at all.
I just love it. We kick off on Shipyard, a place where there has a lot of areas that you can go for. It seems like Biryani, they are the ones starting on the offense, just running straight at Fer. And some of those shots are already connecting. You can see that Biryani just making sure that Fer doesn't get through this midpoint.
And you can see AS Mobile has been able to actually plant the bomb onto his side. Well, Saif going for pretty much a beautiful flank. There goes HiDong. He's going to be knocked out, but the flank coming in from the rest of the members of Saif and Co. They'll be doing A-OK. Here comes a little bit more of a rush. And it's all point blank from here on. And who's going to be able to take it? Zyne's all alone. And he clutches it alongside with Saif with only so little HP left.
Yeah. Fer was able to get the down, but not the kill, and that is just not enough. You need to confirm those, and Biryani will confirm that first round with the defuse. Just good patience. I feel like Fer didn't really have too much ground. Biryani just pushed forward, but maybe in an open field on Catalysta, things might change.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit trickier. Unless, maybe some glue walls can actually be brought up in between, then they will have a little bit of a safety net. But then again, there's a few compounds over in front that they can actually utilize to play aggressively or even defensively. Let's get all the way in with round 2.
Yeah, Biryani has those assault rifles. So when you have that gun advantage, you are looking to be very, very aggressive. And the team side, Biryani kind of got the read and they are ready to take on the fight. In fact, as we say that, they're already making contact. It's RKG Zaki being the first one to make contact with Fer.
Oh boy, and it seems like they're immediately going for repositioning. Beautiful play coming in from the likes of both Biryani as well as Fer. But this is going to be a really tough defense, and that's where members for side of Fer, they're already having Zaki rushing all alone, though. He will be dropped and instantly being removed from play.
Zaki, a bit too of an aggressive front. Seems like his team was not able, or at least not ready, to back him up. But the good news is, Biryani still kind of has that advantage. With that down though, you can see Maha Gaming picked up that rifle, so it's kind of a transfer of arsenal. Those grenades are flying out, Biryani using that glue wall to gain some distance.
Yeah, and this is where they're kind of caught up in between as well. He managed to make a run, gets the tap of the bullet, but Saif's going to be able to actually regen himself back to 152 at the very least, going back to his full health. Meanwhile, they're already inside of the building. They might just be able to actually push all the way through. But Bondo, he face checks all alone, and from above, Maha Gaming shreds them to pieces.
Yeah, you give them the gun transfer, and Maha Gaming was gonna deliver. Unfortunately, just not enough. One rifle can't stand against 3 other assault weapons from Biryani. A good attempt, but Biryani will secure the 2nd round in a row.
Yeah, the moment that they lay hands on some of all these SMG, they know that, okay, chances have been pretty much solidified, and now that we look at the KDAs, just look at Saif. He has not dropped a single time in these rounds.
Yeah, and also look at not just him not dying, but he also is the guy that carries the most kills for his team. And maybe this is what Biryani is trying to show us, right? They have that ace in the hole, and it's in the form of Saif. But for the side of Fer, there are no pushovers either. The first 2 rounds, yeah, you can go over to Biryani, but this is where things get heated because everyone has enough economy, and a good nade coming out. RKG Zaki gets dropped.
And he's in the middle of the open as well. This is going to be an easy pincer attack coming in from the side of Fer, where they're going on a 2-2 split. Zyne trying to actually hold it forward. He finds AS Mobile taking down many chunks of his HP. They should be able to actually go for a revival, but here comes the rain of grenades.
Oh, 2nd hit coming out. There's already 1 knockdown. Saif with the secure. They're going to jump over the wall and an instant push. But PRG Gamer not able to survive that. Zyne also gets dropped. Oh, Maha Gaming holding on to the fort. And now it's time for Fer to push on. Time Turner gets put out, and Ban will finally be dropped to the ground. But it's going to be RKG Zaki against the world. Turns into a 1 versus 1. And this time, it will not be in Biryani's favor.
What a reversal coming out from the side of they were kind of in a really awkward position as every one of them were kind of stuck by the corners of the wall. And it started with that huge catch with a grenade. Now, we go into round 4, and I'm expecting to now have a little bit more of that momentum. Just looking at the way that they've been playing, they love to go close range.
And we saw Ma Gaming as well getting the quadra kill. So this guy single-handedly wiped out the entire team of Biryani. So a superstar for Fer. I think we kind of know who it is. Maybe this is the turning point for Fer. PRG Gamer is going to be the first one to receive some bullets from Fer.
Oh boy, they're all inside the same compound. I'm not really sure if Biryani is having the brightest of idea with this one, but if they actually successfully get this one going, they should be able to really hold on for quite long. Really love the companions that they do have, just flexing, you know, some of the great cosmetics of Free Fire overall. Ma Gaming, though, is being very patient, but Haidang, he wants to pop in the grenade, and here comes maybe baiting members to the side of Biryani to make a move.
Fer trying to flush out the entirety of Biryani and Haidang. Oh, he's breathing right beside one of the enemy members, but thankfully, no contact just yet as for a more methodical and patient approach. But maybe this is the chance. Time Turner protects PRG Gamer, but RKG Zaki is already down. Everyone from Biryani in the same compound, and that is the sign for Fer to go for the push. A 1-for-1 trade so far, but PRG Gamer somehow makes it a 2-for-1 trade in favor of his team. They do lose Zine. PRG Gamer finally dropped. But we're looking at a 1 versus 1. Saif will have to take on a Ban. He does have the bush, kind of a camouflage, but the revives are coming through for Fer. Maybe this is a chance. Good glue wall to block those shots. Saif not able to finish the kill, but he still has a chance.
Yeah, he's already got a total of 5 kills already, and this is really a rough push coming in from the side of Biryani. Now that they've recuperated already, this is still going to be a really good chance. 2 versus 2. Zane doesn't really have too much of a HP to work with, but he has to make do for now. Now getting flanked as well.
Okay, they got one against Saif. Remember, he's a superstar, and he's showing why he has to be feared. But thankfully for Fer, they're getting those revives up, and Saif just drops one more. Those glue walls are running out for the side of Fer, and the bomb is not armed in time. Biryani able to at least stall things out, but it is going to be Fer that kind of gets the better end of the trade.
Yeah, and they didn't really check the time, and honestly, there was no safe place to plan when both of these squads, they were actually focusing on the B side. And when you have all of them pretty much clumped up in the same compound, there's only a few ways to get around it, and you really have to expend so many of these glue walls to even get nearby. Now, this is going to be a lot more challenging because we are going in to Factory.
This is exactly what I like to see. Urban warfare. What can you do to your opponents when there's just so much angles to play around, so much cover for enemies to just kind of sneak through. Maybe this is what Fer is good at, just being tactical, just making sure that their patience pay off.
Yeah, and they've immediately secured the inner sides of the compound. Meanwhile, there is a little bit of room, and that's going to be Saif getting caught out. This is looking a little bit tougher as Zane concentrate right back. He'll be able to bring out the Time Turner as well. Leaving so little HP, and the flank comes right through. That should be another kill secured. And this time around, Fer comes in with a huge potential of a reverse sweep.
And it's all down to RKG Zaki. Him against the whole world. Him against the whole Fer. He's going to try, but it's not enough. And in a blink of an eye, it's going to be Fer that takes the lead.
What an ace coming from AS Mobile. And it really started with that beautiful flank, which I felt Biryani didn't really saw coming as well. They didn't expect any of these members to be playing on the outskirts instead. And Fer absolutely delivered on all front. And you just really got to see that from that round itself, AS Mobile has been able to bounce back to a neutral score of 4-4.
Yeah, and that is going to give Fer the momentum as well. 3 rounds in a row. That is kind of the boost of morale that your team needs. And we look at round number 5. It's a systematic dispatch from Fer onto Biryani. So Now the ball is in Biryani's court. They have to win this round.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit more difficult, especially when you look at how little grounds are being covered. And here comes Bondo with an opening with a grenade. They spot out Zayn as well. This is going to be a beautiful lob.
Oh,
Zayn up. It's a double.
Yeah, Ban gets one, and this time it's Biryani raining those grenades. 3 down for Fer. But we all know Ma Gaming is the superstar. Maybe he can make a difference. Down to 62. Has those blue walls, but a push comes out from Biryani. They push this to the very final round 7.
It's neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see who will survive as we bring this fight once again back into the factory grounds.
And where it all starts is where it all ends. So the first time we saw Factory, it was Fer that showed if you give them a bit of space, if you give them a bit of cover, they can work wonders. But Biryani, let's see if they have adapted to that playstyle, or maybe Fer can just run away with match number 1.
Now, you're going to be seeing pretty much both sides just taking the corners as well. Nobody's going to be entering just about yet, but PRG Gamer will be taking the first initiative. So, Pho, they really have to pull up an absolute solid defense. Now, just looking at the side of, well, for the side of Pho, we can see that the C4 is in the hands of AS Mobile, immediately gets it planted. And he just really gotta hang about just to make sure they cover the angles. He spots out Zayn though.
Yeah, look at Fer, they are just holding the outskirts. They know that all they need to do is to not overextend. But Biryani, someone is on top. It's RKG Zaki. Maybe he can get the dunk off. This might be huge. The first nade doesn't connect, but it does give some information over to Fer that Biryani is coming through. But they gotta make haste. Time is ticking.
Time is definitely on the essence here. Time turner now being brought out, and
They're defusing?
Biryani!
The sneak
He might just be able to do that, and here comes the flag as well! Oh, that was a close one! And by the very end of it all, that was one sneaky steal of a game to defuse it all, and that's a big booyah for Biryani.
Yeah, Fer thought they had it. Fer thought that the perimeter defense was sufficient. Biryani went in, drops those blue walls. They built a fortress, and they get